What's up, everybody? It's your boy ManaTeeB here, MTB, coming at you with a high school story time. And today we're going to be talking about DXM, aka dextromethorphan, all the fun times that I've had with it, and basically some lessons that I've learned along the way. Without any further ado, let's get into this. Is aka dextromethorphan. It is an over-the-counter cough suppressant, and basically if you take enough of it you get really loopy. And the first time I ever came into contact with DXM was just a random day, junior year of high school, and my homie comes in with the flu. Man, he's sick as hell. His name's Greg. He's just like, bro, I'm sick as hell, but I took a bunch of this severe cold and flu medicine, bro, and shit, bro, like I'm spinning, bro. Like he was just not there. Like he looked like he was nodding out in class. And the whole reason that Greg would even do such a thing of taking DXM in the middle of high school just before the day even started was because at our high school we got tested by our hair, right? And anyone that knows anything about drug tests knows that if you get tested by your hair, that shit lasts for 90 days, and they tested us every 90 days. So like we were basically not getting out of it. Like there was no way that we could smoke gas, do crack, do molly, like nothing, bro. We couldn't do no fun shit. And since DXM is an over-the-counter medication, like of course it's not gonna pop up on the test. So we start researching it. We go on Reddit. We find out the dosage table. I'll throw that up there, and fucking we just we start getting into it. We go to Walgreens, we get the little batch, and the thing that you want to look out for when you're buying this is you want to make sure that it has nothing else except the dextro in it, because if it does and you take a bunch of it, you're gonna like start puking or like start coughing more. Like you're gonna get more sick if it has anything but the dextro. So you do got to be careful with that, especially if you're drinking it, because I know a lot of people have like drank Delcium or something. Do not do that. You will get sick. I promise you, you will get sick. But us, we're a little smarter. We didn't go with the Delcium route or like the liquid route, because that stuff actually tastes like butt. So we went with like the pill route, and our homie Tyrone actually ordered a bunch of them off Amazon, right? And they're like the Robo Trip or like whatever. I don't even know. They were by Robitussin, and they have 30 milligrams of DXM in them, and that's it. Like that's the only ingredient. So we buy this bottle and it comes with like 100 pills. So what's that, like 3,000 millis of DXM? Like it's ridiculous. And at first it was just me, Greg, and Tyrone doing it, like nobody else. And we would just like come to school off like say like 80 milligram, 100 milligram, like nothing serious, just like to keep us chill, because we can't get fried. You want to feel something, and obviously you can't really like drink at school unless you like a full degen. We weren't that crashed out yet. But so we're taking them at school, just low doses, but eventually, it stops hitting, it stops hitting. And you have a problem when it stops hitting, but like none of it, that didn't really register with any of us at the time. So, we keep doing it, and eventually it comes to like Christmas break, right? And at this point we are like fully retarded. Like every time I do it, I go to class, like I'm in Latin. I don't know any Latin. I couldn't even like say hello to you in Latin off this shit. I'm in calculus. I don't know no calculus. Like, I'm a pretty smart kid, and like I literally, like, it turned me stupid. And it turned you stupid for a while. So, I'm just gonna warn you. But it is chill and it is fun. So, that being said, nevertheless, it's not really hitting anymore. So we can't like for real do it at school, because like we need to take higher doses for it to really hit. But at the higher doses, like it's gonna turn you into like a full dummy, and like you're gonna be like just chilling on the ground, like not wanting to move at all. So we couldn't really do it at school no more. But Christmas break comes around, and me and Greg are like, oh shit, perfect time to take a bunch of this shit and see what it does. And that's just like kind of the kids we were. Like we had taken other stuff, like way more powerful stuff like psychedelics and stuff, so we weren't really scared of the DXM like at all. And we had been on the Reddit, and then they were just telling us stuff like, oh man, like you got to take a shit ton of this shit for it to kill you. And we had like no intention of taking that much. So, we thought we were chilling. But then I have this great idea to invite our homie, let's call him Andre, to the function over Christmas break, right? And if there's one thing you got to know about Andre, is he's just like a generally mad dude, right? Like you ever met one of those people, and it's like, even though they're your homie, like this dude is just mad all the time, like about everything. And there's like really nothing you could do to calm him down because he's just mad all the time. And that's just the type of dude Andre was. But, you know, he was chill. And, you know, even though he was pissed off at everything, you know, he would be chill because, you know, he was a stoner. But, you know, like I said, we couldn't really smoke. So, you know, he was thinking about it. We talked to him about it. We were like, hey, man, try this DXM with us. He was like, oh, shit, man. Look, he sounds dope. You know, I pull up to Andre's house, like, on a random Friday. And this is where shit low-key started to go wrong. Because, you know, I'm an idiot. And the first thing I do when I get to Andre's house is drop, like, 10 of the pills. So, straight up, that's like 200 millis already. Because I had these 20 milli pills, as well as the 30s that Greg had at his house. So I pop like 20 of those and I don't tell Andre, right? I don't tell him. And honestly, I probably didn't even need to tell him at any point, but we had to drive like 40 minutes from Andre to Greg's house because like they just happen to live on opposite sides of the city. You know, I like driving, so it really ain't no issue. You know, I'm ready to whip. But then like we're 30 minutes in this drive and bro, that shit starts hitting me. Like the headlights start getting really shiny from the other cars. You know, it's getting kind of dark out. It's probably like 7 p.m. at 7:30. You know, it's like winter time, so your sun comes down early. You know, it's dark. It's real dark. And so all these headlights are coming at me, and like I can't see shit on the highway. Like I'm in the right lane going like 60, and I don't ever do that, right? But I'm driving real cautious, and at one point I must have said like, bro, I'm about to tweak, bro, or something like that, because Andre starts going like, bro, what do you mean? And so I just kind of told him, yeah, like, bro, I'm off like 200 millis right now. Like I don't even know how I'm driving for real. But, you know, for me, like, I wasn't really scared because I knew I wasn't going to crash. But, like, I could understand how that is, like, very disconcerting to hear. So, you know, like, he's not, like, that comfortable in the whip now. But, you know, it's fine. Like, we're boys. Like, we're still chilling. And we're, like, 5 minutes away. So, you know, we eventually get there. And it's all cool. You know, we walk in the door, say hello to mom, you know, say what's up. You know, after all the formalities, you know, after me acting like I'm not absolutely blitzed out of my mind in front of Greg's parents, we go up to Greg's room. And Greg's house got, like, 3 stories. It's not, like, a huge house, but it has like 3 stories. So we go all the way upstairs and you know we finna be alone. Like it's finna be chill there. Like nobody's finna bother us. His parents never bother us. And it's like 8 p.m. already. Like they go to bed hella early. So you know I'm in a good mood. Like I'm about to be like, hey, nobody's about to bother me. I'm about to be chilling here all night, just cooked off the DXM. Like I'm about to have a good time. And, you know, one thing leads to another, and we're getting ready to, you know, pop some more pills, basically, you know, as degen as that sounds. And, you know, so Greg whips out the bottle. I'll probably take like 10 more. So I'm off like a total of 500 millis. Anyone that knows DXM knows that, like, that's a lot. Like, that's probably more than you should ever take. And I'm chilling, bro. Like, I'm chilling. I'm like completely zoned out. Like, I'm not listening to anybody. And at the same time, I would say Andre probably took about the same amount that I took while I was driving. So he was off like 200 millis, like nothing for real, like compared to what me and Greg was doing. Like me and Greg was straight up in outer space. Like we was not there. We was like communicating through ESP. Like we was high as fuck. And the whole time we have this show called The Queen's Gambit playing on Netflix. It's about like chess or something. It's like this little girl. She like is really good at chess, and cause she does like Adderall or something. I don't know. But the show, it was like tweaking me out. Like I was not fucking with it. It was low-key scaring me. But, you know, I'm not one to really tweak out. So, you know, I just kind of stopped watching the show and, like, look away. There was really no reason for the show to be tweaking me out in the first place. Like, they were literally just, like, playing chess and taking Ritalin. So, I mean, I was low-key tweaking already. And I'm pretty sure that's, like, why Andre started to tweak. Because what happened next is just fucking stupid, bro. So, like, 4 episodes in The Queen's Gambit, like, I'm back watching it because everybody's watching it. You know, it's just me, Greg, and Andre. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to be the only one not watching it. But I'm, like, already kind of uncomfortable. Like, I have an uneasy feeling just, like, from watching this show. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was, like, the color palette of the show or something. But I don't know. It was tweaking me out, right? But, like, while we're watching the show, you know, it's, like, a scene. They're playing chess, whatever. I don't even care. Andre just starts, like, saying, bro, my stomach hurts. And I'm like, what you mean, bro? Like, you want some food? He's like, nah, bro, like, my stomach hurts. And at this point, you could tell, like, he's cooked. Like, the dextro, it had taken him away. It had taken him away, and he was just not himself no more. And another important fact to know about Andre before I tell the next part of the story is that he used to do, like, hella oxys and, like, would drink, like, while he was, like, off opioids and shit. So, you know, this is a hardcore motherfucker. But this one time, he like took too many oxys and like he almost died and he was like puking up blood, and I don't know, it was probably really traumatic for him, you know. And knowing that, what happens next just like makes you realize like why he started to tweak out hella. So he like is saying my stomach hurts. I'm like, bruh, nah, you're cool. He's like, nah, bro, like, I think something wrong. Like, I think I took too many of them bitches. Like, bro, y'all gave me like 10 pills, bro. That's crazy, bro. Like, how the fuck y'all gonna eat like 30 pills? So he was like starting to like go on this rant about how like we're all crash outs and how like we're all eating pills and how that's stupid. And, you know, I completely agree with him. Like, I don't disagree at all. Like, what we were doing was very stupid. But, you know, he was a willing participant. So, you know, I really didn't think much about what he was even saying for real. But then he just like kind of gets up. He's like, bro, I don't want to do this no more. I want this shit to end. And that's when I knew. Like, if you ever with a homie and y'all like on something and they say they want that shit to end, just be prepared for the tweak, bro. Like, they're about to start tweaking and there's nothing you can do about it for real. And basically one thing leads to another and he goes like, bro, I gotta puke. He's like having like a retroactive trauma session. And so basically he goes to the bathroom and he pukes all up in the sink. And the thing is, like, his puke is straight up red. Like red, like it looks like blood, but I know it's not because like the pills we had taken were red and he had like drinking a shit ton of Kool-Aid. But he must like have completely forgotten this because he was like, bro, I just puked up blood, bro. I'm dying, bro. I'm dying. You can understand like how this would tweak him out because like he's been in a situation like this before. But like I know that he's not puking up blood and he's not dying. And he also puked in the sink and like there was so much puke and we had to like shovel the puke from the sink to the toilet. I don't know, it was really gross. So I was like kind of mad about that. And like keep in mind, like I'm cooked, like I'll triple this guy's dose. So like I know he's chilling and whatever he took is like not, it like can't mess with him. Cause you know, I read the Reddit, I trust the Reddit. But he's like, bro, I need to go to the hospital, bro. I'm like, no you don't, bro, just go to bed. That low-key only pisses him off more because, you know, I low-key blew him off. And, you know, that's really not something your friend should do. But I was kind of pissed at him. And I was cooked, you know, give me some slack. But he just starts spiraling. He goes like, bro, I'ma die. He's like having like a whole PTSD like in the bathroom. And meanwhile, Greg is literally just watching the Queen's Gambit. Like, I'm having to deal with this by myself. Like, he with no help. And, you know, I can't even blame him because if you saw a picture of this motherfucker, like, his eyes was straight up black. He was watching the Queen's Gambit. And he was sitting, like, just shirtless on the floor, like, completely sprawled out like a snow angel. And he kept talking about, I'm melting into the floor, bro. I'm melting into the floor, bro. So I knew he wasn't going to be much help dealing with Andre. So, you know, it was up to me. And, you know, I'm pretty good with the people. And eventually I calm him down. It takes like an hour for him to calm down. And basically what I think is he just realized that the DXM like wasn't Percocets or something. Like it wasn't opioids. Like he stopped tweaking. And he just got in the bed. He was like, hey, bro, man, this shit chill as hell. And he just started getting chill. And, you know, he was having a good time at the end of it. And by the time all this had transpired, it was only like midnight. So we still had like 4 more hours of this shit. And at this point, everybody is chilling. So we're all just like on the hardwood floor in like the 3rd story of Greg's house, just absolutely just melting into the floor. Like my knee, let me tell you a story about my knee. My knee has like no meniscus and it like pops out, right? So I would like repeatedly pop out my knee and like put it back in because like I couldn't feel anything. And like granted, like when this happens, like when I'm not high as fuck, like that shit hurts. Like it takes me like a couple minutes to pop my knee back into place. But I was just popping it in, popping it out. Man, I was being dumb as hell. Like it just felt good to me. I don't even know. But you know, the 4 hours pass and eventually we're able to fall asleep, right? And in the morning, we're all just like reflecting on our experience last night. Greg is just like, bruh, that was amazing, bruh. I'm chilling over here. I'm like, I just like scooped puke with like my bare hands out of your sink, Greg, and put it in the toilet. Like my night wasn't that great, but you know, I still had a decent time at the end. But enough of the, you know, good shit. There is a lesson to be learned here, bruh. And the lesson is you should not do DXM, especially not like 500 milligrams of it, bro. And you also, you know, you shouldn't peer pressure your friends into doing stuff. You know, I low-key peer pressure Andre, and do I feel bad about it? No, because he did end up having a good time. But should I have done that? Also, no. And bruh, if you're ever in a situation like this where like you're getting tested like 90 days, like 12 drug panel, don't resort to the DXM, bro. There's much better things, bro. Like, just start drinking. Like, if you really need a fix, bro, like, just drink. Like, have a couple beers a day, bro. The DXM is not worth it. It's gonna make you act like a zombie. You're gonna be nodding out, like, during the day. It's not worth it. It's just a struggle drug. Because the shit, it costs, like, $5, too. It's so cheap. You know, I've been rambling on for long enough, bro. But if there's anything you take from this video, you know, stay away from the legal, you know, gas station, pharmacy drugs, man. They're not worth it. Even if they get you baked as hell, man, just like wait for the time of your life to where you can get baked or to where like you aren't gonna need to take this, because it's really just a struggle, and you'll get out of it, man. You'll do better. With that being said, man, if you made it to the end of this video, I love you. I cannot express how much love I have for you, man. This is my first YouTube video. If you like it, you know, leave a like, subscribe, do whatever. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better. I'm trying to get better, and I'm gonna keep the story times coming. So, you know, just let me know if you want to hear anything, any stories. I probably got a story for just about anything. So let's lock in, bro. I love y'all.